Okay, today is Wednesday. It is 3:07 a.m. and one is January 21st. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, Mountain Standard Time, and I could not find anything more appropriate to to publicly disclose at 3 o'clock in the morning. And so apparently, Regis, I am so thankful of Regis for allowing me to conduct my business here. Um, I mean, this is such a perfect. God has made this such a perfect situation. Everybody, everybody else works like from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and they're gone. Just like this is like an office space, right? And everybody's comes in at about 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock and goes home at about 4 to 5 o'clock because they rent this space here and they work like a corporate environment. And so they do their work and they're gone, right? Now, me on the other hand, dang, I should have just kept that. Oh my God, look at that. That that would have been another $50 right there. That would have been another half a percent. So I'm here at 3 o'clock in the morning and nobody's here. Nobody else is here. Nobody else is here. I am the only one. Okay. And apparently the building has a CCTV as well as so, around this building, and they don't see too many people working here at 3 o'clock in the morning. But I trade the Asian market, the European market, and the U.S. market, and so the European market starts at midnight here. Okay, starts at midnight. And so sometimes I go to the restroom and I go out and do some exercises stuff like that. Currently it's about 25 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so it's like 7 degrees Fahrenheit minus 7 degrees Fahrenheit. Then I thought to myself, I've discovered something. I discovered something called I created a concept called soft support, which essentially is a dynamic support, which means that it moves around based on because the price will whiz around. It'll just go right through, right whatever it is. When it's a strong support, it'll deeply respect it, and rarely will it punch right through. But and then I had to discover something that is because that doesn't happen too often. So I had to find something called a soft support, and I found it today. Okay, I found the soft support. Okay, what it does is it's not in the strong support area. It's somewhere else, but it creates it. It creates a clearly defined a soft support. My God, that would have been another 1%. See, this is what happens. I should have just, oh my God, look at that. Anyway, so then I found myself like, it's great that I'm the only person here at 3 o'clock in the morning. What better thing to do at 3 o'clock in the morning than do this? What, see, if I didn't have this camera, it sounded more legitimate, but now I have to repeat it. So how did it go? How did it go? Let's try this. Let's practice here. Uh, how does it go? I think it was like yeehaw. Was it like that, or is it yeah? See, nobody's here. Nobody can hear that. Yeah! Woo! I found it. I suppose it's like finding like 500-pound gold nugget. I think it's like that, right? If I was like prospecting and I was like in the Australian outbacks, that's what they find a lot of nuggets there in the baking sun. So if I run into it, like I fall down into it, there's a movie about it too. Apparently, this person goes in and then finds this big nugget, but it's out in the nowhere, and so this guy is calling the ride, but the ride knows about it, and so there's like there's like coyotes and like natives there who are like anyway. It's a strange movie about gold and stuff, right? You know what I'm talking about. So what better thing to do when finding something such precious. I've confirmed it. It's like backtesting. But this is a backtest that tells me that all the knowledge that I've acquired actually falls in line with my expectation and essentially fits totally in. And it fits in with all types of trades that I can do. I could have traded because essentially it's a downtrend with a wide band, wide channel. Okay, I could have traded that too. I could have traded the at the point where it's actually creating a soft support, where it's range bound, and then I took the trade when it was breaking out, right? So, what is more appropriate? What is the most appropriate? What's the most appropriate thing to do at 3 o'clock in the morning? Yelling, "Yeah! Woo!" See, trading is inherently a very, very dangerous thing. Okay? Here's why. For the past 5 years, it's been incredibly difficult. It's been incredibly difficult because of the psychology. Okay? Because when I first started out, I would do things to sabotage my own self. Okay? I didn't realize what the subconscious was. And then I started to discover what addiction is, to gambling is. Then those two things, I finally figured it out. Then I resolved it so that I could look through it. The psychology and the emotion and addiction is that thick fog. Now it's been removed. Now I can peer through and see what the reality is, what people are doing, what they're doing. So essentially, what I did in a single trade today, I've backtested the concepts of what Al Brooks is talking about, essentially, and I could not put these things together. I was like looking through his materials, and I'm trying to, okay, he's talking about these things in an excruciating detail, and I'm like now it's like it was in my mind, but I never made a connection between what he was teaching and what this, even though he was using the same charts that I'm seeing, I could not see it. Then I started to go, hey, wait a minute. Oh, look at that. That's what he talked about. And I was always asking myself, okay, so how do I make money from what he's talking about, right? Now I see it. Now I see what he's talking about. See some of these like really red long candles. It's a downtrend. And when buying occurs, it's like it happens like a sporadic, like weekly kind of thing, right? But when it's consistently moving up, it's strong. But when it's like red, that's strong too. So that's kind of things. And then it's in a single capture of this trade, which I just posted. And then now I've come to the conclusion that this backtesting essentially was backtesting Al Brooks' course that I bought, essentially. And so what better thing to do at 3 o'clock in the morning? Currently it's 3:16. Let's see, what's the legitimate? 3:17 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And what better thing to do at 3 o'clock in the morning when nobody's here, okay? Nobody's here. And I'm the one who's trading. And I finally figured out the most common setups in the market. Soft support is the most common thing that occurs, like every moment. A strong support happens once in a while when the price reaches that point. I saw that with UC. Now it's like bouncing up now. It's coming back up. Right now, okay? It happened a couple days ago. It reached it. I can see it. If somebody were to go check on it, it's right there. And so what better thing to do at 3 o'clock in the morning when nobody's here? And thanks to Regis, I'm able to conduct my business here. A business that I haven't made money in 5 years. And what better thing to do than to say, yeah! Well, there's this poker player. Okay, there's a poker player. Branson or something like that, I think. And he's talking about being a champion too. Now I see why he's doing that. because he made it. He finally made it. You realize how dangerous trading is, because trading is a very, very dangerous thing initially because of the hurdle that must be crossed. The emotion has to be tackled in order to succeed. But before the emotion is succeeded, a person will go nuts because the person has lost houses, cars, all the money in the world, been knocked down hundreds and thousands of times, okay? Sold everything, borrowed money from family, and put everything into the bank, into the trading world, and then at the last resort, okay, some people do this. Even like hedge funds, there are people who do this because they're psychologically so tied. The emotion is so tied. It's so difficult, so dangerous, because some people will lose everything and they'll go nuts and they can't figure it out because it's a self-control kind of thing. So they'll go to the Empire State Building and then they'll jump. Many will do that. Many will go nuts. It is so difficult to figure out the self in order to become a successful trader. That is why the most appropriate thing to do at 3 o'clock in the morning is